Alrighty, so basically we're back with Act 5, and Prospero has basically just woken everybody up with his magic, and Alonso is still trying to figure out what's going on. Is this a spirit or a human? The last person he would have expected to see is Prospero. Okay, now as soon as he realizes, thy pulse beats as of flesh and blood. Okay, and since I saw thee, the affliction of my mind amends, with which I have a madness held me. All right, this idea, thy dukedom I resign, and do entreat thou pardon me my wrongs. Okay, I don't. This is this journey that Alonso has been on. He's as soon as he, the discovery of Ferdinand's death, the idea that nothing means anything to him anymore, because he's realised that you can have all the money and all the riches and all the titles in the world. It's not important if you don't have your family. This is a big discovery for Alonso, because everything else we've heard about him is that he's just a power-hungry guy who helps, other bad people do bad things. So this is a real sort of, not quite hero's journey, but a real journey that Alonso has been on. Okay, and straight away, I'm giving up my kingdom. I just need your forgiveness. All right. So that shows the real change in Alonso, and that's what the discovery has allowed him to do. Okay, Prospero really highlighting how much he has changed and embraced the idea of forgiving people. Even forgiving his brother Antonio. I do forgive thy rankest fault. A lovely word, rankest. All right, so it's really good there to highlight that not only does he forgive Alonso and everyone, it's his brother that really was the problem that he's forgiven. Okay, back to Alonso. He's now telling us, or he's now telling Prospero, where I have lost, how sharp the point of this remembrance is, my dear son Ferdinand. Okay, irreparable is the lost, and patience says it's past her cure. All right, the idea that this is going to live with him forever, and it's irreparable. It's not going to be good for him. It's not going to change him in any way, but he still wants to give up his dukedom, so it shows how much of an impact it has had. Now, Prospero then is being pretty cheeky when he's suggesting, I've lost a daughter as well. There's that whole ownership aspect, which I really haven't gone into, but certainly back in the 1600s, men owned their daughters. And there's also that idea of him planning this whole thing between Miranda and Ferdinand to join royal houses, which was done at the time. But this is Alonso, and I wish myself were muddied in that oozy bed where my son lies. Okay, just that idea again and again that he comes to in Act 5. He wants to be, the imagery mudded in that oozy bed. Right? Very definitive statements. Okay, now, just to help you when you are talking about Alonso and the change he's going through, the idea that other people are recognising that change in Alonso, especially Prospero. So this is very important. But howsoever you have been jostled from your senses. Okay, so I really like that. Just really helps to, give you that evidence of that discovery really changing Alonso and other people seeing that change in Alonso. But Ferdinand is back. Prospero draws the curtain back in a bit of sort of faux magician style stuff. Keep that magic alive. Now all the blessings of a glad father compass thee about. All right, that metaphor of compass thee about. Everywhere is great. Everywhere is good. Really love that metaphor of how he feels and how he puts that. And then we get Miranda, and this is this idea of she is a young girl who has learnt a lot in the last 3 hours. She has discovered love. She has discovered other people. She has discovered her life's backstory. Massive, massive changes for her. and she's still looking very positively at things. So when we talk about Renaissance humanism and looking at humans positively and looking at the good things in life, Miranda certainly does this, and there's all your quotes there you guys can all read. So, that's kind of a real classic there. And yes, it is dramatic irony, because we know that, Alonso and Antonio and Sebastian, Stefano, whichever one, they're not great people. But, just for her, seeing the positives. And obviously, that's great. 'Tis new to thee. And then Alonso, I am hers, but oh, how oddly it will sound that I must ask my child forgiveness. Once again, that idea, this really holds true, that Alonso is really accepting, super happy, but also still knowing that he has done wrong and wants to atone for it. But Prospero, once again, don't worry about it. And there's your quote there. I say amen, Gonzalo. Alrighty, and just the last one, I know this is a longer video. This thing of darkness, I acknowledge mine. So once again, it is Prospero to Caliban. And he basically just acknowledging that idea that this magic has taken him over. And he really went, let's use the Star Wars metaphor. He went to the dark side, and he's come back. He's repented, and he acknowledges that it was him as well. And Caliban has also gone sort of full circle and realizes that he's changed as well, and so there's that there for the idea of Caliban also going on that journey. His attitude, every third thought shall be my grave. I've done what I've done. I've just, I'm soon to die. I'm old. Everything's come to a head. And just the last epilogue, just that idea of inviting the audience into him, breaking the fourth wall. The idea, or else my project fails, that it was, long and deliberate plan, that kind of thing. Now my charms are all overthrown. I've gotten rid of everything. The strength I have is mine own, which is most faint. I'm not that good a person. But I'm going to work on myself, and I think that's the beauty of that statement there. It's really nice to have in there, and the rest of it's all about trying to get a clap from the audience. But these first three lines, just that idea is brilliant. Thank you.